have with us a very eminent personality, Ms. Richa Singh, the Managing Director of NDC Natural Diamond Council. This new identity is taken shape on 1st of June, so it is almost 4 months. So nice, good to connect, Richa. My first question to you is that we understand that you have come up with this new ad campaign, which
Yes,
says for moments like no others. Tell
absolutely.
us about this interesting campaign and how is the response been so far?
Thank you for having me on with you, Sumesh. It's always a pleasure. You've been our partner through this journey. So thank you very much for all your
Right.
support and your encouragement and advice and inputs through this journey. I
A
appreciate.
pleasure and honor. Yes.
We started, for us, the lockdown was a turning point in terms of the amount of time we spent with a consumer, trying to
Right.
understand what his needs are, what her needs are, how the way that she's approaching buying jewelry and generally luxury overall is becoming. And we wanted to focus on that and see what is it that we can learn from it, what is it that we can adapt and help build our industry. So we spoke to the consumer and realized there are two, three things that matter to her, which are very key to her as a consumer, as an individual. And this lockdown has really built on it and made these feelings even stronger. One, they really want to express their love to their love and affection to the ones who matter. So whether it's family, whether it's their partners, spouses, children, best friends, but they really want that the people who are close to them should know what they mean to them, and they want to express their love to them. The second is they want to buy fewer things but better things, things that they can pass on generations, things that they can leave behind, things that mean so much more, have an emotional value because of the history that they bring with it, or that you will pass on, the happy memories that you will pass on. And last but not least, that the consumer's respect for everything natural has really gone up. And I thought that looking at all the three things, that we as a team, when we started to delve into it, we were in a perfect place. Natural diamonds are a perfect fit. The consumer is looking for fine jewelry as a segment, works beautifully well. And why wouldn't we leverage diamond jewelry with this sentiment? And if we do things right, we should be able to connect with the consumer very well, and share with her what really natural diamond jewelry is all about. And picking from there, we built our campaign, which is for moments like no other, saying that we need to celebrate, commemorate every little moment in our life, moment that we remember. Memories are made of, a holiday you had, a party you had with a friend, celebration when you won, scored really high marks in school. It could be anything, your first job. And why wouldn't we celebrate and commemorate these moments? And really, it's for every moment that you have, we would like you to celebrate with natural diamonds, of course. So the campaign showcases that. And we've picked on three or four moments and three relationships which are the closest to a consumer's heart, and showcase them in the campaign.
Right. And I believe this campaign was running recently in the IPL, still running on the Hotstar. How's been the response?
Oh, fantastic. IPL has, cricket is India's religion. And
Okay.
I think we were lucky enough to manage a deal with IPL. And we announced, launched a campaign with IPL. We also have a celebrity on. She's a global celebrity, a global ambassador for natural diamonds, Anna de Armas. And, she epitomizes all the values that we wanted, a personality who stands for natural diamonds to have. And she's the modern version of, she's a self-made woman, she's done well, she believes in these relationships, and it was just a perfect match for us. And then when the moments came together, the celebrity came together, we wanted one big moment to announce. And what bigger moment in a Indian's heart than a cricket game. So we launched with the inaugural match of IPL. We continue till mid-October. Our campaign on television, digital is live from now till end of December. So we have all big properties, we've taken associations, we have everything from KBC to Master Chef to, all genres that we've taken. We've tried to pick communication where we see a lot more family viewing, where we see a lot more of the couple sitting together,
Hmm.
fewer of a lot more reality shows, a lot more places where you as a family enjoy together and discuss those together. And that's what we've done. We are hoping that we are going in with all that we have into the season, and we are hoping for a brilliant season for our industry.
I think after a very long time, the Indian jewelry industry has seen such a strong and such a powerful generic campaign for diamonds, and it's been everybody has been waiting for it. And I think can't ask for a better time than before the Diwali season and
Absolutely.
after the COVID when the wings are a little down. So I think it's a perfect push from the NDC. Uh, Moving forward, so Richard, tell us how the COVID-19 has impacted the diamond jewelry industry in India. We understand here there has been a good bounce back. The business is coming back, but what do you get the sense from the retailers, manufacturers, and the supply chain right now from the B2B perspective?
I tend to say that I prefer to talk more about the consumer. You all are the experts in B2B.
Right,
All the people we've spoken to in terms of retailers, more of our interaction is with retailers and
right.
partners like yourselves, but where we've spoken to, the consumer is, it's for the consumer, this category has been like a deferred purchase. They haven't said
Mm.
no, they haven't said कि ये नहीं हो सकता या नहीं करेंगे या इसकी
Right.
जरूरत नहीं है. That's none of it has come. So all of it has been that they need a reason to step out. We are seeing it's different in different regions and different cities, but people are looking to celebrate Sumeshji, and we are seeing people wanting to buy something which matters. The initial discussion that we had with consumers and even with retailers somehow tallied, where people started with purchases which were occasion linked. किसी का birthday है आज, there is a festival or there is, and they were buying. The shortlisting is happening at a digital level. डिजिटल हैज़ टेकन अ होल न्यू मीनिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिस्कवरी. तो आप स्टोर में जाके सामने बैठ के 6 घंटे नहीं बैठते हो कलेक्शन चुनने के लिए. You are exploring online and then calling and saying these are the 4 5. Then whether visiting or the retailer is sending, partners are sending, there are a lot of jewelers who have spoken about WhatsApp and using WhatsApp in a in a fantastic manner to be able to share their new collections, to share for the season, share occasion led. People are also, because they see it, and the only thing the consumer is asking, the one thing that our industry should be proud about is that the consumer believes in the trust that they get from their jeweler. And
Right.
we felt that when it goes digital, they may feel that loss of a connect that happens. But
Personal
that's,
connect, yeah.
yeah, the personal connect, all of them take नाम से बोलते हैं and कहते हैं हमारे जो jeweler हैं इनके पास
Mm.
जानिए तो वो ऐसा देंगे. And our fear was that when you go digital, you may lose that little connect. But I must say that the few examples we've seen, it's been a great job. They have called people, do voice calls, WhatsApp
Mm.
calls, where they have a conversation. Then they show jewelry and then they say हाँ आपने ये 3 shortlist कर दिए, आप इस time पे आ जाइए. Then it's an appointment. Or people are sending over depending on the size of
Right. Right.
purchase, sending home and saying. But I like the fact that consumer is also aware that I don't want to touch every piece of jewelry.
Right.
Every piece of jewelry needs to be sanitized. So how the consumer is also, I think, receptive of it, and so is the trade. So I think it's been a good balance. The consumer is looking forward to Diwali, so
Thing is
it's
our
a positive
industry, yeah.
news for us. Yeah, the consumer is also itching. ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ industry को चाहिए. It's the consumer is asking for. They are more comfortable, like I said, buying. At least जो express हमें किया है, they are more comfortable buying slightly better thing, long lasting things, I should say. So it's not कि हाँ we will spend that much more, but they want things which will last a few more seasons, or few, I can pass to my daughter, or I can buy something which will not be just use and throw. So I
Right.
think the use and throw is a bit of a challenge. the consumer is ready for category like ours, fine jewelry, diamond jewelry. They are waiting to buy. They are happy to buy, and come season, they're already talking ki kaise. I'll give you a small instance. We had consumers who were asking us ki jewelry kaise kharidi jaye, and kya pehne, and also how typical conversations are कि आप क्या पहन रही हैं उसके साथ. And
Right.
she said, नहीं ये बताओ Zoom में क्या दिखेगा. And she's actually doing like this and saying,
Yeah,
Zoom
yeah.
में क्या दिखेगा. So we are doing content which is talking about what looks best on
Yeah,
a
I
Zoom
believe
call.
more earring sales have gone
Earrings.
up because of that.
We
Yes.
spoke about earrings and
And
pendants.
pendants have gone up. Correct.
They spoke about festival. तो हमने कहा अगर आप dress up करना चाहते हो and you don't want to wear something around your neck, what about a mang tikka? But we are trying to even create content where you realize that the consumer is not saying कि मैं पहनूंगी नहीं या मैं तैयार नहीं होंगी. The consumer is
Right.
saying मुझे idea दो. So if we can pick on it and build on it, it's fantastic. I think opportunities are there.
Right. Yeah. Interesting insights. Moving forward, so tell us about your this thing NDC. How new initiatives for the retailers in India. Are you working with partners? What is your new campaign and new strategies for the retailers in India?
When we launched, we had, she's a global celebrity. So with Anna, there was a whole look. We've done a whole campaign push. If you see our website, there are pages on the website which showcase product. So we
Right.
have shown if she's worn a pendant, we have said similar like this available, and we have jewelers from India. So we've created India specific pages. There's global jewelry, but there is India specific pages which is showcasing all categories, whether it's bracelets, earrings, pendants. So we have also supported it on
Mm.
media where we've said digital media where we said go see, explore, with a link to the retailer's website. So we are not selling. So it's like leading up to a consumer, giving them cues through the TVC or content and leading them up. We have started PR also in a very aggressive manner. So you will see a lot more content visually that is coming out.
Right.
All again, a whole spectrum, but we are showcasing collections, global and Indian. We are, this was Fashion Week season. Now Fashion Week for us, because we can't do the real cut. Fashion Week is from 21st to 25th. Latin Fashion Week, and we are making sure that we build content around it. We are doing about 18 pieces. We are reaching out to jewelers again and saying, हम आपकी jewelry कैसे showcase कर सकते हैं with designers, with celebrities, with influencers. So we are trying to make sure that everything big that comes up, we are a part of it. Anything that is relevant to our industry, whether it's luxury, whether it's fashion, whether it's gifting, we are top of mind. So all narrative will have us. We will be reaching out to retailers for partnering with us. We are also showcasing jewelers and showcasing what is their insight, the karigari, the effort, energy, heart that goes into creating
Right.
one small piece of jewelry, which the consumer says, "हाँ ठीक है." We want to show them what
The
goes into
story behind it. Yeah.
in parallel, from a B2B perspective, we have created an e-learning portal. We are shooting as we speak in this week. My team Mansi is also shooting. We are creating more content on, saying that what all can be a learning curve. Cues from जैसे जो consumer पूछ रहा है, we are turning it into 2 minutes. It's free for all. People just have to register. We need to make sure it's authentic people on. That's the first thing. There are 90 odd retailers who have already signed on. Each of them has about 20-22 people who are doing the activity. The idea of this training is not to be teaching. There are lots of people who have training programs.
Hmm.
We are teaching you how to tell a story. So our objective, our e-learning portal is very clearly to say, how do we teach the people who actually meet the consumer how to weave a story? If she comes in, how to help her cross sell, how to build a story from what a celebrity or a story from a festival. रामायण से क्या उठा के आप दिवाली में, how can you build a story, whether it's
Right.
history, whether, but everything is bite sized. So everything is 2 to 4 minutes long. There is nothing longer than that. It's a quiz based thing. You do it, you take a quick pop quiz, you go on, your results come to you, and your results come to your the company. So whoever, whether it's your manager, whether it's the
Right.
owner of the store, it will come to you all to see how you're faring. And we are hoping we can evolve this so we can build some natural diamond champions in the industry. But everything short form, Sumishji, we are talking only 2 languages right now. Hopefully, we will build more. But it's just to give cues. Storytelling कैसे कर सकते हैं, कोई अंदर आए, conversation starters and small. So it's not, I will not be able to replace formal education, but we are hoping that we can give cues and stories that they can tell.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
very interesting. This concept. Looking forward myself to log
absolutely.
in and get this, insights for education, which could be entertaining as well as giving insights and engaging with the consumer. That is very important today. Okay, my last question comes to you as a Natural Diamond Council. How do you see this challenge of sustainability? Because today the young consumers are very conscious about environment, Mother Earth, and when we talk about, say, natural diamonds, of course, it means a lot of mining and a lot of this thing work being done on the earth. So, how do you? What's your message, and how do you address this issue of sustainability from the consumer point of view? I hope you got my point. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a very core point. It is very important to most of the consumers now who are talking to us. Also, as we speak to a more evolved consumer, she's very curious to know that any category that she enters is doing good for the world, is cognizant of what is happening in the world and taking steps to,
Correct.
improve and correct and do better. We have been doing a lot of content where we do seed in, so there is a positive narrative around the industry. One person speaks and there's a negative spiral. We want to make sure that we want to share the good news. There is so much good that is happening. I went to Surat for the first time, and the number of good things that are happening in the industry, it felt like it needed to be shared. To be honest, we start from the top. We speak from miners where we have concrete data. We are creating about $16 billion in net positive socioeconomic and environmental benefits annually, and this is the kind of thing that we like to share. It's not a small number. There's also 10 million people worldwide whose livelihood is supported from this industry. Again, not a very small number. It's a very large number of the industry that is being supported. So there is one part which is factual, what is happening. It's just about sharing because the consumer is not aware of it. We
Right.
also pick on specifically on how we give back to the nature. 83% of the water used in mining is recycled. Now, it's a very small fact to hear, it's a one line, but it's a large thing that 83% of the water used is recycled. Is it's a to person who is looking and diving into the challenges we have with water today, it makes a huge
Right.
thing. We also conserve and protect about 3 times the land used in mining to preserve the local ecosystem and wildlife. So wherever the mines are, how we do it. So one part of what we share, Sumeshji, is all about what is happening at the mining stage, and we are building content on, on our website. Also, we have a section dedicated to this, but we also look for opportunities like Environment Day, Earth Day, to reiterate and reinforce conversations. But also on more larger platforms where the conversation is higher, we have been sharing content. So whether it's Forbes, whether it's magazines like Business India, we are also sharing, we as an industry, what we're doing. And now we've started to, like I said, just started to, hopefully you will share a lot more with us as well, where we want to
Mm.
showcase a lot more stories from India, specific to India, on how we
Right.
give back, not just on sustainability part, not just on the environment part, but generally what we're doing. The pandemic, we've done so much, how can we share this with the consumer? She also should feel good about the industry that she's where it gives you a sense of pride that you're a part of this. So we should all talk about the positive that is there, and we would love to have more stories that we can showcase on our platforms as well.
Exactly. Yes, we would love to, because ultimately this resources belongs to everyone, and we are very happy to know that your council, the Natural Lemon Council, is doing responsible things and communicating the message out. And we definitely are there with you in this endeavor. And thank you very much for joining. And you have any final message for the retailers for the coming Diwali season?
We are going in with everything we have. all that inputs that we can share. We are here for you. We see a lot that is happening with the industry as a whole, all the jewelers getting together and doing so much. I think we are going into a great season. So all the best to everybody. Hopefully we will, a month later, we will be sitting back and saying, yes, it's been a great month, and that's the sign of things to come. So all the best to everyone, and we wish everybody a great festive season ahead.